Welcome back. Today I am going to explain episodes 7, 8, and 9 of The Seraph of the End. Be ready for some spoilers are ahead. The 7th episode begins when Yu is dreaming. He sees Mika in his dream where he is questioning Yu about why did he leave us. I will keep asking the same question again and again. Instantly, he turns into a demon who asks Yu to give all his energy and it will take his revenge. The dream is over and Yu gets up. He dresses in an army uniform to go on a mission. Yu joins Shinoa, who is traveling on the train. Shinoa reveals that vampires will invade Shinjuku first, and we have to be very careful about it. Later, they get out of the train and see a girl fighting with Yurin. Both Yu and Shinoa join the company of Kimazuki and Yoichi. They all reach out to Yurin. A girl, Mitsu, wants to lead the team, and this is the reason she is fighting over. Yurin appoints Mitsu as the leader of the team and being a senior member. Shinoa does not have any problem with that. Yurin instructs that you have to work as a team and not get split up. Yu shows some selfishness there and suddenly receives a kick from Mitsu which he saves. All start thinking about how this is going to work if no one shows unity. As of now, Mitsu is leading the team. She shows great strictness in her role and does not leave any opportunity to order her team. She instructs that we all have to work unanimously and should not show any casualness. She adds we will first head to Harajuku where we have to kill vampires to save human lives. From there, we will lead to Shinjuku and resume our mission. Eventually, they arrive at Harajuku. Suddenly, they hear the scream of a girl who is running to save her life from the 4 horsemen of John. Yu gathers some courage to kill it. Mitsu stops him from going there. She believes it can be a trap for vampires. Yu does not understand Mitsu and how she could stop us from saving a girl's life. Mitsu warns multiple times, but Yu disobeys her. He goes straight to the monster, blocks it to save the girl, and Mitsu does the rest of the attack by killing the monster. As expected, vampires show up and Yu gets to know about the trap. Mitsu suggests vampires can be in numbers, so we must stay apart. Vampires rush toward Yu, and at the same time, Yu remembers what the demon said to him to call during the time of trouble. Yu abruptly whispers Asurumaru, and the vampires fall apart. Vampires understand they have a cursed gear that is used to kill vampires. They vanish from the spot as it is useless to battle with them. Kimazuki and Yoichi are of great help too as they save Yu attacking from another monster. Next, the girl thanks the team for saving her life. Mitsu gets annoyed with Yu bitterly as he could bring the team into decimation. Yu also gets tired of Mitsu's attitude. Shinoa tells Yu that Mitsu also has a painful past, thus she behaves like this. While taking shower, Mitsu remembers how she once disobeyed her instructor which led to his death. Shinoa listens from the other side and tells the formation was not broken, but it was Yu who disobeyed the orders. Afterward, Kimazuki asks the saving girl where exactly the people are captivated by vampires. She replies it is Omelet Sando Station where people are captured by the vampires. The whole team reaches out to that place. The 8th episode starts with the instruction given by Mitsu to work as a team. We have an edge in using our gears as most vampires are unarmed. They are marching through Omelet Sando Station. In the middle, they see many livestock who are kept by the vampires to drink blood. Mitsu tells us we must head toward floor B3 where we find 7 vampires as told by the saving girl. She keeps on ordering us to work as a team. Eventually, they reach out to floor B3 where they find a vampire. Yu attacks the vampire single-handedly. Mitsu gets frustrated again that Yu disobeys the order. Yu replies the vampire who I killed was unarmed, that is why I go for the attack. Suddenly, the remaining 6 vampires appear. Unfortunately, there is another vampire who comes out of the wall and picks Mitsu in the air. The vampire begins to throttle Mitsu. However, the rest of the team starts killing the remaining vampire. Mitsu orders them to leave her as it is of no use to save her now. The team manages to kill the rest of the vampires. Yu thinks that this only vampire uses the saving girl to trap us. Quite impatiently, Yu runs toward the vampire to attack. By doing so, he manages to save Mitsu. Mitsu is heavily shocked as she is on the verge of her death. Later, the team rescues all the livestock. They get a sigh of relief. The saving girl appears and apologizes to Yu for her misleading information. Yu acknowledges the fact the saving girl was trying to save the lives of their friends. Mitsu witnesses all this and asks about Yu's past from Shinoa. Shinoa replies that once he was taken by the vampires and he had to run from there to save his life. Thus, he is desperately taking revenge. Next, Mitsu approaches Yu and asks emotionally how he left all his belongings. Yu denies answering and tells her to mind her own business. On the other hand, Kimizuki fixes up the car, and Yu is astounded that Kimizuki knows this work too. They are preparing themselves for a Shinjuku mission. Yu barely knows how to drive and he bumps into a lamppost. Kimizuki gets annoyed with that. Shino decides to drive, but she plays a trick. She first pretends she is too little to drive and shows the key to Yu and Kimizuki to make them fool. Both Yu and Kimizuki get embarrassed. At last, they are about to reach Shinjuku and find a vampire who blocks their car. They get out of the car to attack. Unlike others, this vampire has more powers and can compete with them. He makes everyone fool with his skills. The team members are highly shocked. Two vampire girls also appear and Yu orders this is the time to retreat. Mitsu neglects the idea and decides to fight. The vampire girl tells Lord Crawley that we are called by the seventh progenitor. The vampires decide to leave and vow that they will come again to drink their blood. Afterward, the team takes a sigh of relief. Shinoa suggests you learn more curses from his demon to combat the armed vampires. They leave for the exact place of Shinjuku then. The 8th episode concludes. The 9th episode starts with a war. The vampires start attacking the security units. They are attacking through choppers. Most of the choppers get demolished by the waves of the arrows from the units. However, one of the choppers gets into the building, which leads to a disastrous situation for the security units. Meanwhile, Vampire Extermination Unit is also there and they start taking part in the war when they realize vampires are showing no mercy. There is a great fiasco all around. Yu is astounded when he finds one of the security members using the gear. Shinoa clarifies to Yu that they are using the enchanted one, the lighter version of the cursed one. Next, Yu and his teammates start killing the vampire. Yoichi is aiming to kill the chopper on the instructions of Mitsu. He aims but finds another vampire coming toward him. He loses control and luckily Yu comes to the spot and kills the vampire. Yoichi aims it again and hits the chopper with an arrow. The chopper turns into ashes. The vampires run away as they find it destructive to them. One of the members, Corporal Nagai, introduces himself to the team. The team responds they are from the Moon Demon Company, which the security unit finds a blessing. On the other side, Guren observes the vampires' area through the telescope. He looks for Commander Farid, who also starts looking at him. Guren is shocked that he can sense even from a great distance. Sayuri, the test-taker, appears and tells Guren that the situation seems to be low. Guren responds, I have observed they are killing our men too. Guren abruptly gets the report from Shigeru and she confirms that they have rescued many people at the earliest and now heading towards Shinjuku. Guren gets a slight satisfaction. Farid takes a look at how his vampire army enjoys the blood of the affected ones. Mika, sitting next to Farid, observing all this too. Farid asks Mika to drink blood, which he rudely ignores. Farid reminds him that you have been waiting for this moment and now you are feeling uncomfortable. I assume you come here to join you. Mika tells Farid, I still remember how you broke the law to drink my blood. You even killed all of our family members. Farid responds, you were betraying me too by stealing the gun and a map to escape. The story then shows a picture of 4 years ago when Farid offers Mika to Krull tips. Mika is in the worst state and Krull insists Mika drink blood. If he is not going to drink blood, Mika will be dead. Mika denies it and tells me I do not want to turn into a vampire. I would like to die and become a vampire. Krull then offers her blood in a glass, but Mika throws that away too. Krull then turns away and Mika abruptly starts drinking the blood. Krull loves the moment and tells Mika you will get a life now. Currently, Mika uses Krull's blood to survive, and that lasts for 10 days. Mika has to find you in 10 days. On the other side, Corporal Nagai is taking to Yu's team to the defense line through a truck. Shinoa shows her teammates the pills and tells you will get 1.5 times stronger. If you take 2, make sure it has side reactions and you will get weak. Suddenly the chopper attacks the truck. The truck loses its control. Luckily no damage has been done to the team, but Corporal suffers from a serious injury and gets unconscious. Furthermore, the vampires keep on attacking the team. The team is trying hard to save themselves. They are trapped in a subway where you find Shinoa unconscious. After a few moments, Shinoa gets consciousness and asks about the rest of her teammates. The corporal is also with them, who is in a serious state. They hear the voice of Kimizuki from the other side of the subway and decide to meet at the front line. Nevertheless, Mika sees Guren, who raises his weapon towards him. The 9th episode ends here.